Today, we bring you this hot and explosive zombie action thriller movie released last week. If you're a fan of zombie movies, you'll obviously click the like button. Even if you're not, you'll definitely click the like button after watching the video. With that hope, let us begin this explanation of this movie. The story begins with a scene at the Garble Medicines company factory where packaging work is in full swing. Meanwhile, a girl named Nina is working at a wedding. After serving drinks to the guests, she sits down to wash dishes. Her boyfriend, Remen, who works at the police station, arrives. His name is Remen. Nina is furious with him because he never proposes to her. He keeps making excuses, which is why she doesn't even look at him. But today, Remen has come to propose to her with a ring. So, he cheerfully takes out the ring, despite her scolding. But then he gets a call from the police station and he has to go there immediately. He wanted to surprise Nina with the ring. That's why he hides it this time too. He thinks he'll give it to her some other time. To make Nina laugh, he rubs the soap from her hand on his face and says, "Please laugh a little, friend. I'm going to give you a big surprise when I get back." She says, "Okay, go and die wherever you want. But yes, come back soon." With that, she bids him a gentle farewell. After he leaves, a large car arrives and, losing control, collides with a jeep. People attending the function help the injured. Then a man goes and bangs on the car door, demanding, "Get out. Do you intend to get everyone killed?" He says and opens the door, but inside, the driver lies covered in blood. Suddenly, he jumps out, grabs the man, pushes him and starts biting him. Neen and everyone else are watching in shock. This Indonesian movie begins with the title The Alexander. A flashback is shown 5 hours before the incident. Remember the same factory shown at the beginning, where herbal medicines are made. There, a scientist hands the samples of medicines to a man, telling him to give one to the company's CEO and the other to Madam G. On the other side, the CEO, who appears to be a little older, is shown. And this is the CEO's wife, who is very young, named Karina. She sits down to have breakfast after exercising. It seems some function is going on there, and preparations are underway in full swing. From there, we cut to a little boy named Ray. This is his mother, Rudy, and this is his father, Ness. It seems they are about to divorce. They don't even look at each other. There, the CEO takes herbal medicine made in his company. So, Karina asks, "What are you drinking?" The CEO says, "I'll tell you everything when the time comes. Just wait for now." Just then, a car pulls up, carrying Ray, Rudy, and Nuss. Rudy is the CEO's daughter, so Karina comes out to greet them. But Rudy turns away and goes inside. Karina starts talking to Ray affectionately. Karina and Rudy were best friends since childhood. But then Karina married Rudy's father. And Rudy didn't like the fact that his best friend had become his stepmom. Since then, Rudy had stopped talking to Karina. Anyway, Nuss apologizes to Karina and tells her not to mind Rudy's behavior. And look, friends, this is the CEO's son, Harry, who is useless. He sits at home all day playing video games. Then Ray comes and scares him. Harry says, "Hey, you idiot, when did you come?" "I just arrived, uncle." He then plays a fun game with Harry. Meanwhile, the CEO, after taking a shower, is shocked to see he looks much younger in the mirror. His hair has also turned black. Even Karina is stunned to see him, wondering where the wrinkles on his face have gone, and how has he become so fit. The CEO then explains that a new medicine has been developed in his company. It's the result of this amazing thing, he says. Then, friends, they start getting romantic. But then we're shown a wound on the CEO's back. Yes, this will become a major reason later. Meanwhile, Harry comes out and meets his sister, Rudy, and brother-in-law, Nuss. He greets them warmly. When the CEO emerges, everyone is stunned. Nuss asks how this transformation happened. "Dad, are you there?" The CEO says, "It's nothing, son. I just took a bath. That's why I feel a little fresh." He then lifts Ray so easily that Nez and Rudy are at a loss to understand how he gained so much strength as he used to feel so weak. Rudy then tells his father that Nez is having an affair with another woman and wants a divorce. But the CEO says, "Son, think about Ray too. What will happen to him after the divorce? Aren't you both worried about the child's future?" The CEO then tells the entire family about his new medicine, which can make old people young, and says that if it hits the market, they will become rich. But then he shows that the medicine is causing some reaction or side effect in the CEO's body. Meanwhile, Rudy and Karina's fight begins again. Watch, friends, as the CEO's veins begin to swell and he vomits blood. They all have no idea what has happened. Everyone is tense. Then the CEO faints. Ness immediately calls an ambulance and Harry, terrified by the sight of blood, takes a drink to calm his fear. A short while later, the CEO suddenly wakes up, seemingly transformed into a zombie. Ray immediately screams in panic, and everyone looks at the CEO. Everyone is stunned. Just then, a worker arrives, bitten by the CEO. They scream and shout, and then a factory man arrives whom the CEO tries to bite. He stops the CEO, but the CEO vomits blood on him, and the blood gets into the man's eyes and ears. Harry then comes and grabs his zombie father and pulls him away. He then tries to bite Harry. Everyone tries to save Harry. In this way, everyone is busy saving each other, but Harry still refuses. He has a crossbow in his hand, and he pulls the trigger, which lands directly on the CEO's head, killing him. All the friends go to the bathroom to clean up the blood from their bodies. Then, the factory worker on whom the CEO vomited blood gets into the car. Ness advises him to tell the police clearly that it was an accident and not to say anything. Harry starts calming the car, saying, "I killed my father. Tell him." But Rudy calms him down, saying, "Look, it was an accident. Don't unnecessarily declare yourself a murderer." Meanwhile, the servant the CEO had bitten has turned into a zombie. He comes to attack them, and everyone runs for their lives. But then another girl, a housemaid, intervenes and the servant bites her. Thus, the zombie infection begins to spread through the house. Meanwhile, Henry, sitting in the car, tells Rudy that something is wrong behind the scenes. Rudy gets out and goes to the back, where a girl who's turning into a zombie immediately attacks him. But Harry starts the car and crushes the zombie under the car, splitting its body into instantly. Harry and Roddy then go inside the house, but there's no one there except for one zombie. It seems the others have escaped. The zombie attacks them, but they escape and return to the car. The girl who was crushed under the car and whose body was split into is no longer there. But suddenly, she starts crawling towards them from a distance. Harry kicks her hard in the face, knocking her out, and they both escape in the car. Meanwhile, the factory worker, whose eyes and ears were stained with the CEO zombie's blood, also begins to turn into a zombie. And the driver who crashed his car into the Jeep at the beginning of the movie. Later, it's revealed that he's a zombie. This is the driver. In the present, the driver begins attacking the attendees. Meanwhile, Karina, her cook, Ness and Ray are some distance away. A zombie approaches them, but they hide from it, sitting quietly and silently. Finding no one there, the zombie starts to leave. But then Ness's phone rings. Toddy had called him. Hearing this, the zombie returns and tries to bite them. Ray is about to be caught by the friends, but everyone together saves him. Then he grabs Karina. Karina also throws a weapon at his neck. But even then, the zombie doesn't die. Just then, it rains, and a zombie sits there, staring at the sky. He doesn't attack. It means he was confused. Seizing this opportunity, for escape, Rudy and Harry on one hand and Karina's team on the other confer over the phone and decide to meet at a nearby wedding. Karina's team arrives first, but many attendees have turned into zombies. They try to escape and cross to the other side, but then a zombie bites the cook. Karina manages to save him, but Ness drags her away. Some zombies also attack them, but they escape and lock the gate. Meanwhile, Rudy and Harry arrive in their car, but when they see the situation, they too are horrified. Ness says they're at the wedding venue. Rudy says, "I can't see you. I'm outside." She honks the car horn. Little did he know, friends, that the sound of a horn wouldn't be a warning to zombies. An entire horde of zombies charged towards their car. Only then did Rudy realize his mistake, and Harry put the car in reverse. Just then, a farmer was carrying hay. Seeing him, a group of zombies pounced on him, and the remaining zombies followed the car. Meanwhile, Ray, Karina, and Nus got out and, having made their way through the bloody crowd of people who were becoming zombies, reached the car. But the problem was that the car wouldn't start. Then a woman, newly turned zombie, came charging at them. They both saved their lives, picked up Ray, and ran away. Zombies are no less, friends. They run very fast. So, there was a small house there, which Karina and Ray opened and went inside. Meanwhile, the zombie pounces on Nus. Karina immediately picks up a knife lying nearby, vowing to stab the zombie if it comes inside. But it seems Nus has killed the zombie. He quickly comes inside and closes the door. Only then does Karina feel relieved that they're safe. Meanwhile, Rudy starts raving. "I don't know what happened to my son Ray. I have to save him no matter what." Because of this, Harry diverts his vehicle and sees a small truck approaching too late. He swerves, loses control, and overturns. The driver of the car he narrowly avoided colliding with stops his vehicle and comes to their aid. In fact, there were many people in his vehicle, friends who had come for the wedding ceremony. But just then, a large group of zombies approaches the truck. Seeing so many people, the zombies pounce on them as if they were a buffet waiting for them. The zombies start biting everyone. People scream and shout, and the driver runs towards the truck, having no idea what's happening. Harry and Rudy shout, "Don't go there, you'll get killed too." But the driver ignores them and goes straight to the zombies, shoving his head into them. Nus is also becoming a zombie there, friends, because the zombie he just killed had bitten him. He tells Ray, "Son, tell your mother I never wanted to betray her, but I made a mistake. I love you, son," he says and starts to leave. But then he turns into a zombie and attacks Ray. But Karina saves him. But Nus comes back to bite Karina. And then Ray, with great difficulty, saves Karina from Nus. Then she takes Ray and locks him in another room. Nus repeatedly bangs on the door, desperately trying to break it down. Finally, when he breaks through, he falls right on a spear and gets stuck. Karina then exits and closes the door. Meanwhile, the friends show Remen, who is at the police station. The police have confiscated illegal firecrackers there. Just then, Rudy and Harry run in and tell him about the zombies. He tells them to stay safe here. "We'll go and check." The policemen go outside to check. They see a truck carrying a large number of people, but now they've all turned into zombies. The police then come to hunt them down and kill all 4 of them in no time. Meanwhile, Nina arrives at the house where Karina and Ray are hiding. It's actually Nina's house. She brandishes a knife and asks, "Who are you guys?" Karina reveals that there's a zombie inside. Yes, please help us. Then Nina calls Roman, crying, "My mother and father are both dead." Hearing this, Roman is shocked. Just then, a police officer, covered in blood, comes running in. He's being chased by scores of zombies. Harry takes him inside, locks the door, and they begin blocking the entrance with table shelves. Roman tries to save the officer, but he's slowly turning into a zombie. Harry says, "He's endangering us all. Please shoot him right now." But Roman refuses. Harry snatches his gun and shoots the officer himself. After this, Roman yells at Harry, "He was my senior. Officer, why did you shoot?" But the officer gets up and attacks Roman. To save Roman, Harry sprays gas on the zombie and traps him in the lockup. Roman doesn't understand what's going on. Why hasn't he died despite being shot? Meanwhile, hundreds of zombies approach the police station. Showing him there, Rudy calls S, but he doesn't answer. Rudy starts crying, thinking something must have happened to Ray. Harry encourages her, saying, "Our Ray is a fighter. Nothing will happen to him." And a call comes from an unknown number. Actually, Karina had called from Nina's number, and Rudy regains his composure after hearing Ray's voice. Karina reveals that Nias has become a zombie. Rudy replies, "If anything happens to me, please take care of my son Ray." Karina replies, "Please don't say that. Nothing will happen to you." Rudy, becoming emotional again, says, "Promise me you'll keep Ray safe." Just then, a zombie tries to enter the police station, but the three of them stand close to the door to prevent the zombies from entering. Then Raman calls another police station for help, but there, gunshots and screams are heard. It seems that the station has also been attacked by zombies. The three of them go to the station's balcony and see that there are zombies everywhere. Just like before elections, people go door to door asking for votes. Here the zombies are going door to door, devouring the people there. Then Rudy calls Karina and says, "We were such best friends since childhood. But suddenly, I stopped talking to you. When your father died, I didn't even come to his funeral. When we were in school, my father was always busy with his business. He never even came to pick me up. It was your father who would drop us both home from school. I should have gone to the funeral of such a good man, but I didn't even do that. I made a huge mistake. Please forgive me. I miss you so much." Karina says, "I also miss my best friend, as you think. I didn't marry your father for money. I really loved him. That's why I married him. In this way." Friends, she reveals her side of the story. But this crisis could have at least led to a reconciliation between these two friends. Meanwhile, Roman and Harry see the bell ring at a nearby church. Hearing this, all the zombies start heading in that direction. Roman says, "I think these zombies are attracted to the sound." To prove this, he attaches a rocket to one of the firecrackers. Stored inside, ignites it, and upon hearing the sound, the zombies start heading in the direction of the rocket. They find a motorbike and a truck nearby. They plan to use the bike to reach Nina's house directly where Karina and Ray are. So, the three of them put on safety suits stored in the police station to avoid being bitten by zombies. Roman then gives the other two guns. They plan to divert the zombies by setting off firecrackers and seize the opportunity to escape. After breaking down the door, they first try to light a rocket and throw it outside. Unfortunately, the rocket explodes inside, sending all the zombies rushing towards the building. The zombies are desperately trying to force the door open. They are holding on tightly from inside. Roman quickly retrieves a bomb, lights it, and throws it outside. Then, one by one, they throw a firecracker outside, causing all the zombies to run after the firecrackers. Meanwhile, they pick up some firecrackers and escape on their bikes. Just then, another zombie appears. Finding no other way, Harry shoots it. Hearing the sound of the shooting, all the zombies chasing the firecrackers turn towards them. They surround them from all sides and attempt to attack them. However, they have the police shield which prevents them from biting them. In no time, a large crowd of zombies gathers there, pushing them down and attacking them. Meanwhile, Nus, who had a spear stuck in his stomach, frees himself from the spear and begins banging on the door. Hearing this, several zombies try to enter the house, but Karina and Rena are at a loss. Just then, a thunderclap sounds in the sky. Hearing this, the crowd of zombies gathered near the police station does not attack them for about 10 seconds, and the zombies stare at the sky. When the sound stops, they attack them again, and when another thundercloud roars, they freeze again. This happens several times and then it rains. You may have seen earlier that when it rained near a wedding function, a zombie stopped attacking people and instead stared at the sky. The same thing happens here, and these zombies also freeze and stare at the sky. Taking advantage of this, the three men, dressed in police suits, escape with great difficulty, and the zombies outside Nina's house also suffer the same fate. Karina slowly opens the door and sees that all the zombies are not coming towards the house, but are simply enjoying getting drenched in the rain. Nina has a small scooter on which the three of them are about to escape, but then Nez breaks through the door and attacks them. But by then, they have somehow managed to escape. But then the rain stops and the zombie attack begins again. A zombie grabs Rudy, but Rudy shoots him and runs away. But the other zombies don't stop chasing her. As she climbs into a truck, a zombie attacks her from inside. Pushing him out, Rudy climbs inside and locks the door. Meanwhile, Harry and Remen escape the zombies and return to the police station, locking the door. Just then, Karina's team arrives at the truck. Karina sees Rudy trapped inside, surrounded by zombies. Some zombies, seeing Karina, rush towards her. Rena tries her best to quickly start her scooter. But as you know, on such occasions, directors don't even let the best of vehicles start. And the director of this movie has done his duty well, friends. Because of this, Nina's scooter won't start, and then Rudy lights the firecrackers one by one and throws them away. This causes the zombies chasing Karina's team to run in the direction of the firecrackers. But then Rudy runs and picks up Ray, embracing him. But then a zombie quickly runs toward them, and all four of them get into a truck. Nina calls Roman, who tells them to get to the police station somehow. Karina drives, but she's very scared, friends, and drives tensely. The brakes fail, and she crashes the car into the police station building, breaking through the wall. A large chunk of the wall falls on Harry's leg, preventing him from pulling his leg out. Karina then discovers a door behind them, allowing them to escape. Some zombies enter the broken wall. While Roman and Nina are fighting off the zombies, Nina approaches the lockup. Inside, the zombie police officer, whom Roman and Harry had tied up, bites Nina's hand. Seeing this, Roman, enraged, shoots the zombie officer. He begins shooting another zombie, but 3 zombies attack him at once. Harry then shoots them with his gun. Rudy and Karina desperately try to save Harry. However, Harry's leg is still trapped under the broken wall, and he can't pull it out. Harry's gun is out of bullets. Harry says, "Don't worry about me. You will get out of here." But Rudy isn't about to let her little brother fall prey to the zombies. Harry then notices that the car's fuel tank is leaking. Petrol is dripping onto the ground. He then lights a firecracker. Seeing this, Nina convinces Rudy and Ray to take her with her. Rudy is crying bitterly for her brother. Meanwhile, Roman and Nina are being bitten by zombies. Even in this situation, Roman takes out the ring he bought to propose to Nina from his pocket. The zombies are constantly biting them, and in this state, he proposes to Roman. She also puts the ring on her finger. Meanwhile, Harry throws the firecracker right below the petrol tank, causing a massive explosion that kills all the zombies. All the firecrackers and bombs stored. They also ignite, sending fireworks into the sky. Only Rudy, Karina, and Ray are left alive. But it's revealed that one of the zombies bit Rudy. Knowing this, Karina examines his wound and says, "There must be a cure. Come with me." Rudy says, "No, I won't risk my son's life." She hugs Karina and says, "Please take Ray and go away from here. I'm sure you'll love Ray deeply." Then she explains to Ray, "Son, from now on, Karina is not your grandmother, but your mother." But Ray tearfully says, "I'll come with you, mother." Then Karina separates Ray from Rudy, puts him on the bike and promises Rudy, "I'll die to save Ray. Even if I have to, don't worry." Having promised Rudy, she takes Ray away. Rudy lights some firecrackers and heads towards the forest to draw all the zombies after him and prevent anyone from following Karina and Ray. Before Rudy can become a zombie, she shoots herself dead. Meanwhile, Karina drives all night with Ray and finally reaches a highway far away from the town. A zombie is seen traveling down the same highway to the next town. From there, an elderly couple from that town is shown. They also have the medicine made in the CEO's factory. At the beginning of the movie, a scientist from the CEO's company gave 2 vials of the medicine to a man, telling him to give one to the CEO and the other to Madam G. This elderly woman is the Madam G, friends. She has just taken the medicine and comes out after a bath. Her husband is shocked to see her, looking at least 20 years younger. She tells her husband, "You know, this is the miracle of an herbal medicine made in our company. It makes people younger." She continues describing the product, and it seems this isn't the end of the story, but rather that the director is hinting at a future sequel. Well, with this, the story ends.